Okay, today we're starting on lesson 3 in the workbook activities. And I do want to remind you at this point that you need to be doing the assessment on your own. If you are in class, this needs to be being done in Excel. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Now, let's go ahead and look at workbook activity number 3. The very first, of course, we're going to go ahead and open that. And we're going to the first step tells you to key in the data. So we're going to just go ahead and do that. I'm going to come up here to the M. You see where I'm at. I'm inside the cell. I emphasize that on all of these simply because I'm still seeing a problem with some students doing this. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to hold the left mouse button down, and I'm going to drag over to here, release the left mouse button, Control C, come right back over here to my document that I'm working on, Control V. And again, it gave me that blank line at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and click directly on the 1. I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to delete row. Not 100% sure why it keeps doing that, but it does. Okay, this is an example, by the way, of where auto fit will not work. I'm going to move between the A and the B, and I'm going to double click. It's going to jump way over here. Don't do that. I've gotten a few of them turned in that way, and I'm going to be honest, I've marked them down because what I said to do was to manually adjust this. So I'm going to come up here. I'm just going to manually adjust it so that everything shows. The word senior citizen shows. This is showing. Everything I need showing is working. Now column B, yeah, go ahead and put it between those two. Double click auto fit, age, and we're going to, come on. There we go. Okay. Now we're just going to go ahead and type in the numbers, and the numbers are in the textbook. And I'm just going to drag that over to show you what we're putting in here. And, well, no, I'm not, but it's in the textbook. You can see roughly where I'm at right there as far as the page number. So I'm just going to go ahead and key those in real quick. No reason. Oh, yeah. So let's come up here to under 12, 14.95. Hit the enter key to move down. Okay, 19.95, enter, 24.95, and another 14.95. If you wonder what happened, come on. Let's try that again. Senior citizen, 14.95. Good. I think what happened was I hit the enter key instead of the point. Okay. And you realize I just put these in the wrong place, right? Okay, that's not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select these. Grab the move right to the line right there and drag those to where I wanted them. Did I do that as a chance to show you guys how to fix something if you type it in the wrong place? Or did I actually goof? Truth, I actually goofed. Okay, 497, 497, enter. 684, 684, 596, and 158. Good. We got all those typed in. Great. So now we're ready to go up to the instructions and start working on the instructions. We've already done step number 1, key in the data as shown. Great. Step number 2, change the year in cell A3. I'm going to click here in cell A3. Click up here in the formula bar, backspace, 22. Good. And enter. Good. Okay. Select cell A1 and format to bold, 14 point. A1, bold, 14 point. Great. Let's see here. Step number 4. Select cell A2 and format to italics. Great. Select cell number A3 and format and make the color red. There. Okay, what does it want next? A1 to D1 and center align. So I'm going to move my cursor to the center cell A1. I'm going to press and hold the left mouse button down. I'm going to drag all the way over to the center cell D1. And I'm going to go ahead and merge that, merge all, and I'm going to go ahead and center align. Great. Select cells A5 through D5 and format to bold. Okay, so come over here, A5 to D5, 2 ways I can do this. I can click, drag over, or because again, this is the only stuff in row 5, I could have clicked directly on the 5. Either of those worked. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way and format to bold. Okay, you notice the text is now a little bit wider. Looks like I need to do some column size adjustment again. There we go. Okay, that was, let's see, step 8. Calculate the sales by age group. Okay, for each group. So we're going to, just to let you know, we're going to multiply these two together in order to get the total value of what was sold. So remember, all formulas and functions, here's where we're starting with our first formula. Starts with an equal sign. So I'm going to type equals. That's where we start. Now I want to multiply the stuff in B6 by the stuff in C6. So I'm going to type in B6 times in spreadsheets is the asterisk, the little star. If you're on your Chromebook, it's a shifted 8. If you're on a keyboard that has a number pad, it's above the number 9. Okay, it's the little star. And now I'm going to multiply that, you can see right here, by cell C6. And I'm going to hit enter. Good. Now, you notice here that it gave me a suggested autofill. It did, so I can go ahead and click on that, but I want to show you what to do if you don't have a suggested autofill, such as in Excel. So here's where I was. I got my calculation. I'm going to go to the fill box right here, and that's the little square on the bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to position my cursor over it. You can see it turns into a cross. I'm going to press and hold the left mouse button down, and I'm going to pull down to the center of cell Delta 9 and release. Good. Select cell D6 and use the autofill formula. Okay, that's what we just did. To add the totals in cell D11. So I'm going to come down here to D11. I'm going to do it their sort. I want to show you something this time. There are other ways that are easier for adding things together at times. It's one of those things that usually works, but the book wants you to see what you're actually doing here. So I'm going to start a formula. It's going to start with an equal sign. And what I'm going to do, this is the way I normally do this. I'm going to click on cell D6, and you see that it put D6 in there for me. Plus D7 plus D8 plus D9. Enter. And so here it has summed all of these up for us. Okay. Select cell A11 and format to bold. So let's come down here to A11. We're going to format to bold. D11, and we're going to format that to bold. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and make these and select these here. So these are currency, these ones right here. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to press the left mouse button down in the center of a cell, and I'm going to pull all the way down to there. And I'm going to select currency. It's the dollar sign right here. If you don't have that, you're going to go to Format, Number, and you're going to select Currency. Okay. They both do the exact same thing. So I'm going to select these cells right here, and I'm going to click on Currency. Now, usually this works. I've had a few turned in that it hasn't worked. So look and see what happened. Normally, because you're multiplying currency, you get currency as a result. Okay. That should be working, and you'll get currency here. If not, select the ones that don't have the dollar sign and click on currency in order to make sure that all of these show as currency. Okay. Now, for some reason, these format is different. Do you see what I'm looking at here? So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. I'm going to show you how to match formats real quick. Now I'm going to come up here to the paint roller, paint format, click on that. And now I'm just going to press and hold here, select those, and now you see that it matched that format for me. So the format is now matched. Okay, anything else here? Okay, left align. Okay, where did they say that? Where did they say that? And left align. Okay, I'm going to tell you something they're telling you to do, and I'm going to tell you don't do it. Numbers, we right align. The book here says to left align this stuff. Okay, don't do this. The reason is it's harder to actually see the decimal places. You have to think a little bit harder to actually see which ones are which over here. And so it isn't the best way to show numbers. Numbers, unless there's a good reason not to, we always right align. Okay, unless there's a really good reason not to. And so that'll be a change we'll be doing in this. So if you're reading along in the book, understand we did not do step 16. Select cell A13 and format to italics. So I'm going to select cell A13 right here where it says season pass holders. and format that to italics. Okay, at this point, you are done with activity 3. Remember to come back to Canvas, and right about here, you'll click on Submit to turn that in.